Am I live? It says I'm live. Let's go. Woo! Okay. Oh no. Turn that on. Do not disturb. Thanks very much. I just want to make sure that I have got everything that I need for this evening, and I also just need to check that I am live on my page, because apparently comments were coming in last week that none of us could see or reply to. So I'm just going to keep that open there. Actually, turn this. Everybody joining us. I'm really hoping that comments will show up just the way I have this open. There we go. Yes. Hello. So I'm excited. I hope Tosha joins us tonight, because I know this was a special request. I'm going to get some small papers out. Please say hello if you're joining us live. And I just want to show again, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. This is the art journal that's going to be given away for answering the survey. I know that most of you already have, but I just wanted to show it off again. It's this one that I've ordered. It hasn't arrived yet, but it's coming. And it's got that teal on the inside, and it does have a pocket that I've got at the back. So this is going to be the bad boy with tons of paper, and yeah, it's a really nice feel as well to it. But I really, really love using her tiny journals because they can be filled so much faster. And today we are going to be covering watercolor pencil techniques. So I've got plain brush or two. I've got a water brush. Man, could I find a sharpener this evening? No. So let's hope that the pencils that I'm using do not go all blunt on me. I am so excited for this evening. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I just want to check. If you're watching, please say hi, because no comments are coming in. And I'm just going to check the group just to see if it is this thing that I'm using, or, okay, we've had reacted. Okay, no comments yet. Right, okay. And thank you so much for joining me already. Oh, why is that listed like that? Hello, 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 Sandra. Welcome. No, how do I turn that off? My goodness. Hey, Lisa. Oh, no. What? I can see your comments. Lisa, are you able to see? Can you hear me? Oh, I know. It has listed itself as a like a for sale thing. Let me see. So I've turned that off. Sandra, where are you commenting from? There we go. You should be able to see now. So let me know. Not 100% sure. Right, now I'm going to go back to the page in case somebody joins from there. I don't know why. Maybe StreamYard just can't handle comments from 2 locations on Facebook. Can you see yet? What's happening? Sandra, can you see? Of course this has to happen, of course. Hey, yay, it worked. Yes, I don't know. Well, that'll be my fault. Hey, Natalie, oh my goodness, welcome. How lovely to see you. God, it's been ages. So I also have my spritzy bottle. Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go, Lisa. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it's because I was asking people to book a call with me. Maybe that's why it listed itself as a for sale thing, the way it would in Marketplace. Oh, what a pain in the butt. Hey, Wendy, welcome. So today I am literally covering like basic pencil techniques. Sandra, oh, sorry. I realized that I was watching a live and this lady was laughing at a comment, and I was like, well, what's so funny? So there we go. Sandra couldn't get the link for ages. Okay, so I think I sent out in the email earlier, like the invitation, just about how important it is to take time out in your day for creative pursuits. Even if you know like watercolor pencil techniques or how to use watercolor pencils, this time that you are setting aside, that you are, sorry, I just put my paper to one side, that you are, oh no, Natalie, are you watching in like a browser or are you watching through an app? Is this happening for anybody else? Please let me know. So I lost where I was. Oh yeah. Sorry. I said earlier just about how important it was for you and the fact that you're taking time out in your day for something creative. Even if you're not doing it along with me, the fact that you've showed up, the fact that you're commenting, it means that you're engaged. It means that like you'll be surprised how relaxing it is just to watch somebody do an art. Like the ladies are saying it every single week that it's just really relaxing to watch painting, and I really try to make it interactive and get folks to tell me colors to use and where to go next. And it's so important that we take this time for our brains, because whenever we're in that relaxed mode, we are accessing a brainwave state that means that getting into a deep sleep later is so much easier. And the more that you do this and the more that you practice this, the better your sleep will become and the more energy gains that you are going to be noticing over time. And that is so valuable. It is probably one of the biggest things just about stress relief. The best thing you can do is just play with your craft supplies or your art supplies for as long as you can manage, even if you are lying in bed and drawing like I did for the first few years. It is so important that you honor the fact that you need this time for you. And I know you need family time as well, and I know that you have to work, but you also have to switch off. Back in the olden days when we weren't on technology all the time, we weren't addicted to our screens. Like every time we look at our screens, we're getting certain areas of our brains light up, and that makes it so much more difficult to fall asleep. Even with the orangey kind of night filters and the dark mode screens, that blue light is still going to keep you awake at night. So I really have to force myself to like go on a digital detox, even just setting the bloody phone down just for a minute. Hey Stacey, I even like to just put a podcast on and then I'll set my phone over there until I'm wanting to take pictures. Or like I was recording a video the other day, the canvas that I was sharing inside the group, I was just recording myself painting and I just lost myself completely and I was enjoying it so much. Wendy, losing myself. Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm so grateful that I learned how to go from a place of automatic negative thinking to a mostly positive 95% positive, 5% negative, and I'm always working on the negative whenever it shows up. And I'm quite grateful that I'm really able to notice when these negative thoughts occur and I don't listen to them. So my negative thoughts occur usually when I am just fatigued. And I mean like just, nope, my brain's full of farts. I can't be doing anything today. I don't feel well. That's when the negative thoughts come in. And I know my guard dogs are asleep because I'm exhausted and I should have taken more rest time. And I cannot pay attention to the little 14-year-old bitch that's inside my brain because she doesn't know what she's talking about. So I really hope that whenever these negative thoughts come into your head, that you figure out how else you're feeling throughout the day. Like, is there something that could be contributing to this? Are you overtired? Are you overworked? Are you too busy? Are you piling too much on? Are you not meditating? Are you not doing creative stuff? There are so many reasons why our defenses can be lowered, and you can build those back up again through journaling, through art, through meditation, through taking the time away from active thoughts and just your brain being active all the time, because that's the way it is whenever we are just surrounded by screens and information constantly. It is so nice even to just go out in the garden and just stand there and just be in nature. Like it's so good for you. It is so good for you. So I'm really glad that you're here. Even if Wendy doesn't show up, I hope that she's able to catch up. So these are all my lovely pencils. And let me see. I want to make sure. I think these are just soft pencils and not watercolor. So do you have watercolor pencils, anybody? And if you do, I would love to know what brand you have. I think these are all, nope, Staedtler and Derwent. There we go. Give me some color choices, folks. I'm going to just pick out what looks like it is sharpened enough. I've also got some chunky guys as well that I really enjoy using. Good for kind of larger areas. What are the Artzia pencils like? I think you shared those in... Wendy, when are we getting a tour of your art cart that has been seconded by Becky and lots of people? Staedtler? How do you pronounce Staedtler? Which one? This one? That's purple. I have got Inktense pastel chalks actually, Lisa. Yay! Well, Wendy, I'm going to consider that my birthday present, because my birthday is this weekend. So yes, please. Just digging out everything. There's some red, some lighter colors. These are going some greens. No, that's not right. Because so many, just so many. Like if I'm using my pencils, they are everywhere. Thank you, Wendy. Yellow. Need some yellow. Of course, like the pencils that I use the most are always the most like sharpened and ground down. Ooh, that's a good blue. Oh, I should do blue, since that was our homework from Stacey's group this week. Working in blue. If you are a spoonie and you are not in, thank you, Stacey, in Stacey's Thriving Spoonie group, please, Stacey, drop your link. Go on ahead. So I don't need this many colors, but I've lifted them just in case. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to just change this slightly because that's the bottom of the iPad. And I just want to share, these are just ordinary colored pencil techniques, and I'm hoping that you'll be able to see properly. These are ordinary colored pencil techniques that kind of serve well. So this is a hatch, literally just lines. A spoonie, can I ask who is asking this question just so I can say hi? So a spoonie is someone who suffers from chronic illnesses and deals with fatigue a lot of the time. And basically a spoon is a unit of measurement just to describe how much energy we get in a day. And the way I describe it is a normal person, quote unquote. Hey, Corinne, welcome. A normal person, even if you suffer from mental health issues, you can suffer with fatigue. Like anxiety especially can bring about fatigue. And the unit of measurement would be, so a normal person may have 500 spoons of energy a day where they can spend wherever they like, and I might have 5 and 10 spoons of energy, and I really have to be careful where I spend those spoons. So I'm just going to change color for a crosshatch and hope that you can see. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much. Oh, I actually wrote a guide, an energy management guide, and I realized like, oh, that's going to be my workshop. It's not going to be the Monday masterclass. So sorry, this is the crosshatch where just like X wise. Thank you, Lisa, for sharing that link. So it's the hatch going in one direction and then back in the other direction. But again, we're adding water, so the color will move around. And back to the energy workshop, it is going to be on Monday, the 19th of July. I am going to be announcing something exciting in that workshop, so I would love it if you would be there. It's not going to be a paid one like I was thinking about. I think just the people who need it, so it's going to be free, but it is going to be exclusive to the Facebook group, the Creative Alchemy Facebook group that it is now. And that was just a solid, hello Faizan, welcome. So this is the solid technique where you are just literally going in solid color. But I would want to say that if you are using these watercolors, any color pencils, you always want to go lighter and then layer color on top if you want it to be darker. You can always add water and remove with a tissue, but layering color is probably one of the best ways to get it as bright as possible. And with watercolor paper, you'll see that there are a lot of little white marks. This is the tooth of the paper, and layering the color will fill in each of these little teeth parts as much as it possibly can. And that's especially true for using like colored pencils. And you always want to go in layers if you want it to be darker and brighter. But again, if you add too much, you can always remove. So let's go orange now. And I'm going to probably go in a gradient here. I'll go solid and then across, but I'm going to be as light as I possibly can down one end and then go in darker using layering. So darker down the end. And you can, of course, then blend. So let me see. I'm going to use orange and pink for the blending. And what you can also do, if you are traveling and you have one of these watercolor journals or notebooks, you can add layers and layers of color like this. And all you need to do is use something like a water brush, and you can actually use this as a paint palette. It works very, very well, especially if you're traveling or going somewhere. Or even if you're up and down in the house and you couldn't be bothered carrying your supplies everywhere, it's a pretty neat trick, or you don't have the space to be bringing your color pencils everywhere. Oh no, oh no, the table's shaking so much, sorry. Oh, is Becky here? Thank you so much, my journal arrived. I'm so excited. This kind of reminds me of the color of those drumstick lollies you could get. So now we'll just add a little bit of water to mix that color. And since the water is coming from this reservoir, you can add as little or as much as you like. And it just creates like a super bold color. And you can continue to mix it further. Bring the pink up a little bit more into the orange. I absolutely love playing with watercolors, especially pencils, because there's no real fancy techniques required, and the water really can cover a lot of sins. If you want to remove stuff, you can literally just add water. and get some kitchen towel and remove it. So there's our gradient. This is going to be just an example of how you can use this as a palette. Like that's pretty bright still for even just lifting a little bit. Oh, almost a heart. I'm doing it upside down, I'm sorry. See, it's really simple, but it's also incredibly bright whenever you add water to those layers. And it's so easy to do. Let me just clean my brush off here since I'm using the one brush. And again, this is solid. God, I love these colors. And this is the crosshatch. So I did all of that, just dry pencil on dry paper. And there is an option, depending on the kind of effect you want. You can always draw on wet paper. However, I would warn against that because it does not really work out too well. Like Lisa warned the other week, and I said it tends to turn out a little bit like a smudged eyeliner. So, and it doesn't tend to blend as well. But if you want that kind of crayon effect, it can work out very well. And then I just want to show you how the paper ends up becoming a bit damaged. Like it's very difficult to blend. Doing well, Faizan. Thank you. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. So I absolutely love using watercolor pencils. Oh, I meant to bring up my portrait. Do you remember the portrait of Poopers that I've shared inside the group of her wee stupid face and it's all purple? That was done using mostly watercolor pencils. So I'm just gonna draw a circle and hope that the iPad doesn't start shaking. Just drawing a sphere. Clean that off. And you could still, even if you've painted on this, whenever you add water to it in the future, you can still pick that color up and use it. It'll be a bit more liquid, but you can still use it. A bit more diluted, that's the word, Claire. Words. So I hope that Tosha has been able to see a few ideas that you really can just use these as the same way you would with regular coloring pencils, except with way better blending options, like way better. Like you can color things in. Let's just do something quick. Maybe like a flower. Let me see. So this is just like the outline of a rose. Really poorly done. I'm working on it. Sorry, I'm just moving this so that I'm not shaking the iPad there for you. going darker in the places where there would be shadow the most. And that way I will be able to pull the color up and then just add more detail where I need to. So please forgive me for doing this upside down. I just need you to be able to see. How you can easily draw outlines of things and then remove most of the stuff that you would have erased before with just water. And you don't even need that much. Just enough coming out of the reservoir to how were you doing it wrong before? How'd that work? What? Yeah, they're so easy to use. It was actually how I got started with watercolors, because like even now I'm not the most confident in, like I wouldn't be comfortable or that confident in drawing a rose with a brush just because of the control and the water required. But with pencils, yeah, no bother. No bother. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's so like there's so much more control this way. Hey, Becca, welcome. Look, I'm using your lovely book as a thing because I kept shaking the iPad. Sorry, and thank you. So, roses always have a little bit of green popping out here. Clean my brush off. Excuse me. Oh, Becca, I announced the 19th of July, that's the Monday, not next Monday, but the Monday after, there will be the energy management masterclass, because it's not going to be a paid workshop. I just want everyone who needs it to be able to access it, right? And it'll be in Facebook only. It won't be available on YouTube, and the replay will only be up for like a limited time. So there we go. We've got some roses there. Do some not petals. What do you call them? What do you call them, green lads? Leaves. And then you can always, whenever the water dries, you can always go in and add like a darker green, or that's a brighter green, never mind. And that's still pretty bright. Oh, I need to get a darker green here. There we go. Like, so it's so simple to draw something quickly. Like, how fast have I done that with watercolor pencils? And before anybody's like, oh, but I can't draw a rose, the amount of time I have stared at roses and flowers, do not beat yourself up about it. I've spent a long time studying roses just because I've loved them so much. And like if I have any and the petals fall off, I'm always drawing the petals, like the shapes and all that. So, oh yeah, I had tea. That's right, I forgot. It's probably freezing now. Yeah, get in there, get in there. So I have one more page. So Becca, we did some effects, just basic colouring pencil effects that I would use with all colouring pencils, no matter whether or not they were of a watercolour persuasion. So I mostly do flowers. I'm thinking, what else can we do? You can even do galaxies with this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something else entirely. Actually, now that I think about it. Excuse me. I'm going to get yellow. Oh, actually, sorry. I was too busy chatting. And I'm really hoping that I'm not shaking the camera. I don't think I am. I think not leaning on the desk helps. And just to speed things up, I'm going to add a spray bottle. Oh, that brush is far too big. Excuse me. There we go. So bright. Ah. And of course, like I said before, you can just use, God, I was so close to chimming myself in that table there. You can always use a bit of kitchen roll to remove parts of the paint, or the pigment, I should say, and like create a little lighter space in the middle. I don't know if you can see that, it might be too bright, but it's come off there. And then what I like to do, which is a little bit of fun, you do need a blade, preferably not scissors like this, but what you can then do is put shavings down onto slightly wet paper and create a little confetti effect, which is a bit of fun. So let me see. I want to make sure there's enough water. Where'd that kitchen roll go? The floor. Where is the pink? You really need to make sure that the paper is wet though before you do this, otherwise you're just wasting your time. It'll all fall off onto the desk in a minute. That's also an interesting way to sharpen your pencils. Actually, let's go for this blue. It's a bit brighter. Ooh. Yeah, it's like a funfetti cake. Yeah, just lots of fun. I really enjoy this one in particular, especially if you're painting a cake and full of toppings and sprinkles and things. That could almost be a Pop-Tart. So very close. But I just wanted to, like, this is such a quick workshop today. And I've done 3 pages there. Well, one of them was techniques, but like all of my journals, at least the ones that are bound, have got pages in the back where I just test pens and pencils. It's so important every time you try out a new journal and a new type of paper that you discover how your supplies work. So literally the back of all of my journals is just scribbles and just testing, seeing how stuff works. This journal, I had another one next door. But yeah, It's an excellent way to spend some time to get your brain into that mode where you are relaxed, that you are away from a screen, right? It's the quickest and easiest way to give yourself a digital detox without that kind of, oh my God, I don't have my phone in my hands, kind of a feeling that can happen sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. So I really want you to know that whenever you are working on art journals, you don't need to work on anything big. You can work on small pages. You'll get it done so much faster. Your brain will be in that mode where you need to be. And then every time you finish a page, you'll get a dopamine boost. And that's the kind of the hormone release that we get whenever we are doing things we love, when we achieve something, whenever we're having sex with people. Like, it's so important that, I keep saying that, I need to stop that, that you just recognize the fact that you need this, It's one of your needs as a human being, and you deserve this because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to feel calm. You deserve to feel relaxed. You deserve to feel comfort in the fact that you know that you can quickly go away for 5 minutes. Like, that's how long this rose took. Draw this out with pencil and then use a water brush to just quickly do the layout, and you're golden. And you've done something for you. You've taken care of your mental health while creating something beautiful. And even if you feel like you haven't created something beautiful, I always try, because that happens to me all the time, because I'm always just playing without any need for a specific outcome. I'm very grateful. I try, like, I'm like, okay, so even though I don't like what I created, like in the outcome, I had so much fun doing it. And that's the point. The destination is never, ever, ever the point, especially when it comes to art therapy. And so if you were in a session with me and you just needed some stress management, this would be one of the projects that we would work on together. But as I have mentioned before, it's after the creation, whenever I ask you strategic questions to help you uncover the things that you have been dealing with subconsciously, but you have no idea that you've been dealing with them subconsciously. And I really feel like it's important that you're aware that you deserve to feel good the majority of the time, that your mental health should be one of your top priorities. And if you feel like you need help, if you feel like you are ready, you're like, heck yes, I am so ready to dive into 8 weeks of creating stuff and just clearing all of this negative energy through art. You don't even need to be able to articulate what you're feeling necessarily. Like, you don't need to be able to articulate a horrific event or something that really, really traumatized you in your past or in your recent past. What you need to be able to do is articulate the feeling that it brings about. And that is literally just anxiety. I feel intense anxiety here. And I will ask you these questions and you will recognize the feeling, and then we explore the potential causes of the feeling. And I am so ready to be here for you. And I just need you to know that, like, I am more than happy to talk to you. I've got a couple of call slots available next week if you would like to just learn more about the process of how we would work together, especially to target something specific, because the entire art therapy program is completely customized to whatever it is that you are experiencing in life. If it's PTSD, then we focus on exercises pertaining to clearing PTSD. If it is stress management, that's what we focus on. If it's generalized anxiety disorder, that's what we focus on. If it's depression, that's what we focus on. So it really is a complete custom path to your healing and wellness. And if you are ready to book a call, I don't know if I've got it. Oh yeah, you can do that too. I'm just going to update the link so that you can see on screen. It is clairedb.com/book to book that free 15-minute call. And we just quickly go over what it would look like just to see. It's an audio call. You don't have to be on video with me. I'm so passionate about sharing my knowledge and my expertise, and I'm here to help you. I know it's not always easy to ask for help, but the help is here, and I cannot force it down your throat, but I'm here and I'm ready, and I'm ready to tackle whatever it is you need. So go ahead and book that call, and we can absolutely just figure out how to move you forward. Oh, Stacey, you're an angel. You're an angel. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to edit this again, just with the Facebook link, because that energy workshop that's going to be not this Monday, but the Monday after, on the 19th of July, the energy management workshop, it will only be in the Facebook group. So you can get to it via there. It's the Creative Alchemy Facebook group. A replay will be up for a limited time, but please get inside that group. And yeah, I'm so happy that I get to finish off my Fridays with you. And I know some of you, it's the rest of your day for you, but I am so grateful for you. And I'm so grateful for you, Becca, for sending that wee gratitude book. It was such a good surprise yesterday when it arrived. I was so happy. Yeah, they truly are life-changing. What you get, sorry, just in case anybody can't see the screen at the minute, Becca has said, if these lives are so helpful, I imagine the personalized sessions are pretty amazing. Yeah, and what you learn and what you get from those sessions, it's lifelong experience that you can always refer back to. You may feel such benefit that you keep coming back, and that is a-okay, because you might have a lot of stuff to deal with. And yeah, they're so cute. Yes, absolutely. You might have a lot of stuff to deal with, and I'm more than happy to help you out, because as I have shared so many times, I had 3 breakdowns in the space of about 5 years. And it wasn't until the 3rd time I was like, never again will this happen. I will take whatever help I can get, and I will ask for it, because there was no way I was spending another 2 months like that, just completely broken as a human being, feeling everything and nothing all at once. I have absolutely been there. I have been there with no confidence, no self-worth whatsoever. But you can change, and I changed. And that was when I was like, holy flip, I need to help others. It is what spurred me on to do what I do now. And I look back and I'm like, how did I think half of the things that I thought about myself? And that's when I really started. I know that I've shared this in the challenges and stuff that I've hosted before, but if you wouldn't say something to your best friend, you don't get to say it to yourself. And like, my best friend got COVID, and I told her to F off, because I will not lose you. I don't have many friends. So I say pretty mean stuff to my friends, but I always try to imagine, like, would I say this to one of my spoonies in my group? If the answer is no, then I don't say it to me. And if like yesterday, this week was pretty tough for me in general. And I had gotten to a place, I was like, well, what would you tell one of your spoonies if they came to you with the exact same problem? And I'm giving myself advice through giving you guys advice. Like, Claire, you have to walk your talk. And normally I'm really good at it, but you know, whenever you're just so fatigued and you just want to smash your face in the desk and just, no, today's cancelled, everybody go back to bed. We're done. So like, I still get those days, but the important part is that I know I have like an emergency self-care toolkit, as I call it. And the first thing is treating myself with kindness at all times, kindness and understanding. And of course, there are these outside pressures where I feel I have to do X, Y, and Z, because I have to get this done, because I have to do this, because I have to do that. Like, no, you have a roof over your head. You have got food in your cupboards. You are loved. You don't have to do anything apart from rest, because that's what your body is telling you it needs. So I listen to my body. And that's one of the biggest things you're going to learn in this energy workshop, is how to listen to when your body is screaming at you to sit down. Seriously. So I am raring to go. I don't have many art therapy clients in a month, because I like to give out bonus sessions, and I really like to focus as much attention I can on my clients. So I get 3 art therapy clients a month, and I will do maximum 4 or 5 in my coaching clients per month, just so I can stay on top of everything and not get burnt out. So if you want to, there is 1 slot available for the next 4 weeks. I get on that call. You do not have to invest if you're not ready to, if you don't want to, but if you're just interested in learning out how the process would go, I'm more than happy to chat about it with you and figure out where you want to be and help you get there. Because I am excellent at this kind of strategic planning, and I know I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but I know that I can help. And I know that it's not, like, as we've talked about all week in the group, like, it's not always easy to ask for help. So all I can do is be like, hey, yeah, I'm here when you're ready. So I'm here when you're ready. And I just, okay, stop banging the desk, Claire. I want to thank you so much. Oh, Stacey, yeah, you do. It's 15 minutes, but I talk fast. And I also followed up with a little video of the next day of, like, thoughts and musings and ways we can help you move forward. And it's normally whenever I go to bed where I'm getting all these genius thoughts of, like, oh my God, I could get her to do X, Y, and Z, and that'll get her to from A to Z so much faster, without the hassle, without the tears, without that anxiety that just kind of raises and then just settles here. Like, I know how to do that, and I know how to do it well. So yeah, I'm excited to get connected with you, because you do get a lot out of the call. And yeah, I'm excited to get started on a few one-on-one sessions with you. I've got 2 in already this month, so I cannot wait to fill that last slot. And yeah, it's going to be great. But of course, you just need to be ready to accept the fact that there's help there. And I want to thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day / evening, no matter where you are in the world. If you're watching on the replay, I hope you're reusing #replay, and make sure you get inside that group for the workshop that'll be on the 19th. But of course, I'll be doing the usual scheduling it via StreamYard, so you can get your reminder and all that jazz. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will chat to y'all in the DMs and in the group as per usual. All right. Bye.